Get that light shining off my head. Oh, yeah. Forehead's winning. Who cares? We are live and in living color. Technicolor, as a professional wrestler once upon a time said in his promos. Let's see this wave feature works. Mr. Calhoun, how you doing? Candy Shipley, how you doing? Get some of these notifications out of my way here. Welcome back, folks, to Q Cigar Sessions. Hit the wave again. Where pretty much I smoke a cigar, talk about what's on my mind, usually sports. We try to keep the politics. Oh, yes, we'll get to that here shortly. Let me get through the intro, guys. Today we're smoking an Alec Bradley Max cigar. This is the Freak. This is one of the big dogs. Okay. This is a recent pickup here. Picked up a box of 20 of these bad boys a couple weeks ago at Carmack Cigar Shop in Noblesville. My go-to for for premium and quality cigars, or damn good cigars. Stop in, say hi to Jeff, Eddie, Scotty, Dwayne. Crew will hook you up with any good smoke with a good smoke. And trust me, they know their stuff. Another wave coming up. So to everybody, I hope you're having had a good week at work and everything. If you're working if this is still a work day for you, stay warm, stay safe. We're getting our early preview of winter in central Indiana today. A nice robust, I think the high is predicted 34 degrees, and it's probably a real feel of maybe 12. Weather's not my main focus. Never is, unless, there's a sheet of ice being covered by snow this time of year, and then I have problems, but that's everybody. Now, some of you that voted in the poll I put up about whether I should start doing this again, I was probably going to do it anyway. But for those of you that ask what a cigar session is, it's basically this. If you're a fan of classic movies, and I can't believe I'm going to describe this film as a classic film, but it's over 20 years old. There was once upon a time a Christian Slater movie called Pump Up the Volume, where he was about pirate radio and supposedly getting his message out. I'm just here smoking a cigar, talking about what's on my mind. So, in a way, this is kind of like therapeutic. First off, the good. Yes, I am happy about how the Chicago Bears season is going. 5-3, very young team. Wouldn't mind if they were 8-0, but they've been in every game they played, so hey, I'm happy about that. The Indiana Pacers are, well, when they've been decent, anytime the Pacers have been decent, you can go back to the Reggie days in the mid-90s to any era. When they've been decent or good, they've always had a little roller coaster portion of the year, but it's always usually been, I think, right before the All-Star break. They're starting that early this year. Other sports news of my teams, the Blackhawks are starting to overhaul there, and that sounds like the front office trying to do what they can to keep their phony baloney job, so they fired the coach and the coaching staff. We'll see if Stan Bowman, John McDonough, a couple other guys keep their jobs through this whole season. I'm not a big aficionado. I can't tell you about all the flavors and notes and whatnot that make up a fine cigar. I can just tell you this is a damn fine cigar. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Apparently some new features, and now that Facebook's asking me if I want to start tagging people. I don't know about that. I don't know how many more times I'll do this on Facebook Live. I'm trying to find something that I can do centrally and share with all my social media platforms. So I'll be investigating IGTV, YouTube, and a couple other things, Twitch, what have you. Although I don't play video games anymore, so I don't know if I'll be allowed on Twitch. We'll find out. Let me tap this ash real quick in my Camacho ashtray. Sorry about the glare from my forehead. But I put on a hat, but hey, I guess people want to see my eyes when I do these things, or as much as they can, so how's that? I'll just take my glasses off altogether. There. Okay, real quick word on the election we just got through here. For those of you expecting me to lean one way or the other, talk about red versus blue or whatever side I'm on, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say that I was encouraged by the voter turnout this year. And to everyone that's happy with how the election went, good for you. For those of you that are disappointed, I will just say this. And this is probably I don't know if you're going to get this, but I hope you do. Think of the election as, I hate to say it like this, a fight. There's no shame in going out there fighting and getting your butt kicked. But there's no honor in not fighting at all. So you stand up for what you believe in, take your lumps, come back next time. And oh yeah, raise your cigar, raise your whatever you're drinking right now. Here's the end of all those damn Joe Donnelly, Mike Braun commercials. Thank the great good Lord those things are gone now. Yikes. No, I can't blow smoke rings, and I don't even try. Can redirect this stuff so it comes out my nostrils, though, so it looks like I'm blowing steam, like a Brahma bowl or something like that. Well, that really does wake up the nerve endings in your nose. And I'm trying not to sneeze too hard because I've been fighting a cold lately. What's that damn loose piece when you cut the end off of these things? Locally here, let's talk real quick some sports. Football season, high school football season that is officially over after LaPel got beat in the regionals last night. And it's on to winter sports, basketball, swimming, wrestling. I'm still haven't written a word or covered a game in 6 years as of October. So here's something I want to know, though. I'm trying to think how I want to word it. Give me a minute here. Enjoy your cigar if you're smoking with me. If you follow high school sports, what's your preferred way to do it? Is it following the school or the team's official Twitter account? Is it still following the team in your local, the local fish wrap, the newspaper? Or, I'm assuming people are streaming these things on Facebook Live like I am. There's a myriad of ways to consume information these days. I guess I'm going to segue into this. Is anything in the media perfect? No, it's not. Now, I can honestly say in the time I was writing, if I made up anything, it was an analogy or a lead into the story. When it came to anything that actually took place at the game, I might have messed up on some names, but I regret those heavily. You'll never know how much. But as far as just out and out lying, no. And as far as what people talk about with an agenda, especially since everybody wants your media to pick a side, is it left leaning? Yeah, traditionally it is. But is it so hardcore left or right these days? I never wanted to do that because, like the old TV show Dragnet, just the facts. Here's a little colorful description. Here's a couple of thinly veiled jokes in my stories, and hopefully you got those and got a chuckle out of them. But as far as the cliches in my business, I never tried to get anybody fired. I never tried to tell anybody how to do their job through my stories. It was, here's what happened, here's where they're going, and here's the analysis of how their season's going so far. At the end. Kind of boring when you break it down to the formula, but, that's where having a knack for words comes into play. So, let's talk about the cigar sessions here and what I'm hoping to do with this. Hoping to upgrade this so I don't have my phone and everything's backwards in the picture here. So, somewhere down the line, maybe, I don't know, a camera or some type of device, another device that will be facing me so everything looks normal. And I do want to have some guests from time to time on this. Even if it's just shooting the breeze, talking about nothing in particular. Just, if you guys find that entertaining, God bless you. If you're waiting for me to make a dumb joke, that's fine too. If you're waiting for the ash in this cigar to fall into my lap and burn some very important anatomy on me, and you think that's funny, that's okay. It ain't gonna happen, but that's okay too. Who knows, maybe someday this will lead to some sort of like online show, blog, podcast, or whatever, and I'll have ads and get paid for it. There's always hope for that. Oh, pardon me if I don't hold my breath just yet about that stuff, though. But the ultimate goal of this, other than me just, getting stuff off my chest and smoking some good cigars, which I enjoy doing, here it is. Now, I'm not bullshitting you on that. Yeah, I know, NSFW, all that stuff. I'm trying to have be at least one positive thing on the internet, on social media, where it's not all just ranting and raving and yelling and screaming. I'll do that from time to time, but hopefully it's more like Dennis Miller's old, I don't want to get off on a rant and it's funny, instead of pick your media personality who basically is telling you that somebody is the source of all evil in the Western world, Eastern world, or just the world, period. And, the other negative crap we all read on, pick a social media platform. And yes, to answer another question, there'll probably be Jägermeister shots at some point on this show. Just not at 11 a.m. I'm not that hardcore. Okay, I'm getting eye strain. I need to put my glasses back on. Hang on a sec here, folks. Paid a pretty penny for these things. I'm going to get all the use out of them I can. Oh yeah, fun fact, at age 41, these are no-line bifocal. Yep. Props to Dr. Wosheets. If he's ever back in Anderson, I'll give him his props in person. So, give you an Uncle Q update, even though I don't see my niece as much as I would like her used to. She's 14 now. So I guess she's at that age where Uncle Q's not cool enough to hang out with all the time, and that's fine. That's the way of things. Just found out she's going to be singing a solo at her school's Christmas show. She'll be singing Silver Bells, excuse me. So hopefully I'll be able to go to that show and see her sing. Saw her sing at the Liberty Christian Talent Show in the spring this past year. sang a song called 1,000 Years, and I had never heard it, but apparently it's a very, very difficult song to sing on your lonesome, so props to my niece on that again. She's getting ready for swimming already and doing conditioning or training or whatever you want to call it. But I'm proud of her. I'm hoping she does everything she wants to do in school, in life, period. That's all I want for her. And in the growing like a weed category, she's pretty much up to my shoulder, and I'm 6'5". So we had a hunch she'd be a tall girl, and she is. And we love her to death. For those of you that missed the news last month, my dad, Jim Harlan, has finally retired. Like I said when he told me, about damn time, old man. So I'm all kinds of like, Brian Buckner, long time no confab, my friend. Give you a wave there. One thing like I said, I'm going to try to explore other social media platforms with this, IGTV, Instagram, television. So hopefully this thing will be good enough quality for them to allow it to post after the fact, so people can watch this whenever the hell they want. Thank you guys for tuning in for the live show. If you're drinking your cup of coffee or you're on your way to work, whatever. Actually, take that back. If you're on your way to work, you should be driving and concentrating on the road, not me. Badness. But the idea of the show, as far as time length goes, is I've never really had a set time, so here's what we're going to do on the new version of this. Whatever cigar I start smoking, unless we have a real bull session going, so it might be multiple cigars. However long it takes me to finish the cigar, that's how long the show's going to be. So we're really going to test my gift for gab and my ability to think things up on the fly, because there's no script, there's no notes. Excuse me a second. One thing I do is take off the bands when I get about halfway down a cigar, or not even 3/4 of the way. Such rip here. Yeah, that's my shelf back there. And if you can tell on the top shelf, there's a lot of Winnie the Pooh stuff. For those who don't know that story, my grandma Annie, my mom's mom, would occasionally ask me what I wanted for Christmas or my birthday. And just to be smartass, I said, get me a Pooh Bear. Next thing you know, I'm getting Pooh Bears. It's all good. I've jokingly told my shout out to Brandy up at Native Ink Tattoo in Elwood, Indiana, Brandy Gordon. During a few sessions when she's jabbed me, put a needle to my arm and put some beautiful artwork on my skin, I told her, I was like, yeah, I had this idea for a Pooh Bear tattoo. If you've heard this story, I apologize. For those of you that haven't, it is a conglomeration or compilation of all the things I love, not people or family or something to represent them, which is what most of my tattoos are. Take Winnie the Pooh as the base. You put a Walter Payton jersey on the bear. Indiana Pacers shorts on the bear. Give him a Cubs cap. Have a something for the Blackhawks, I don't know, the tomahawk or with the feathers on it or something like that. And then give him like Han Solo's blaster, something like that for Star Wars. And put the shades from the Blues Brothers on him. Yeah. College football games getting ready to kick off. The Miami Hurricanes, the team I root for, has had a very disappointing season thus far, especially on offense. But before I blame the play calls on the quarterback inaccuracies or inconsistencies, let's start with the fact you graduated 3 offensive linemen that were starters last year, and one of your top skills position guys isn't back. And you lost some quality depth on the defensive line, but you still got those great linebackers. And your secondary took a hit too. So It's not surprising Miami's had struggles. I'll give Notre Dame their props. They're mowing down teams they should mow down. I wish they were in actually were in a conference, so you wouldn't have to play the sorry-ass academy teams, even though I love the Army-Navy game. But if you beat the crap out of Florida State tonight, I won't complain. Sorry to all my friends that are Florida State fans, but I'm just going to keep it real. And also, a personal theory, if in about 2 years we start hearing stuff about the Jimbo Fisher regime that wasn't exactly on the up and up, don't be shocked. College basketball-wise, let's see, Butler's playing Miami of Ohio today, so probably watch that or at least have it on for background noise. And in the fight game, UFC Fight Night in Denver tonight, the 25th anniversary show, back where it all started in 1993. Hard to believe that something I watched my junior year as what the heck is this has evolved into the monster that it has become. And great investment by the Fertitta brothers. Bought the company for what, $2 million, $4 million, and turned around and sold it for $4 billion with a B. Buy low, sell high. More power to you, fellas. Wish I had that kind of cash. I think we all wish we had that kind of cash. Again, for those of you just joining us, smoking a Alec Bradley Max Freak. That's basically what they call the bigger version of these cigars. Nice smooth flavor. My golden rule for cigars that I like, as long as I don't hawk up a lung, I'm fine. Little background on me and cigars. I've been smoking them. I started smoking them off and on when I was like 20, 21. Kind of got serious for a minute when I was 25. Let the ball go for a while, and then I guess you could say I became a wannabe aficionado or a hardcore cigar fan about 2-3 years ago. And this is my zen, as my Aunt Jane used to say about her smoking habit. Oh. So dad's retired, mom's retired. I haven't hit the lottery yet or got enough money to buy him a lake house to move him to that place for their golden years, but hope springs eternal. My brother is working in downtown Indianapolis at the IPL building. He's a cybersecurity expert, quote unquote. No, Dan knows what he's doing. Oh, and if you can look over my shoulder there, that's my Uncle Jim's last Chicago Bears jacket. I've lost enough weight, that thing's kind of baggy on me. For those of you that missed the post, from my maximum weight of 380 pounds, I'm down to about 260. As I said, my knees and back are much happier now, and so am I. I'm not done yet. Trying to get down into the 240s. 245 is my goal right now. We'll see how close I get, or maybe hopefully surpass that. We had a project this past fall after my dad retired. Build a new bed box because I hate box springs. So also some storage under there. So got a few storage tubs of clothes, spring warm weather clothes, some old winter clothes that I'm hopefully going to fit in soon here, and a certain tool, we'll call it, of the 12 gauge variety. Hopefully the only thing I have to ever use that on is targets. Target practice, that is paper targets or whatnot. Tap this off again real quick. Apologize for the camera moving. Damn you. What was that one little piece that doesn't want to get put in the ashtray because it knows it's going to end up in the garbage or being scattered among the winds or whatever. Also, I hope you guys find me more entertaining than the 12-hour ESPN college pregame show. Except for Lee Corso putting on the mascot head. And I've never been a big Lee Corso fan, but God bless him for, persevering after a stroke and all his health issues. I mean, he doesn't talk as well as he used to, which is really sad because storytellers and guys with the gift of gab, or anybody with the gift of gab, that can tell a good story, they're in short supply, and I'm a firm believer we need all the good storytellers we can get just to try to make the world a little bit better. So, here's another good one. For all my Madison County Chiefs brethren that are going to see this, fellas, we need to get together and watch some football sometime. Like, before the season's over sometime. And yes, there will be no Christmas decorations up before the calendar turns to December. Like the meme says, let's eat the damn turkey first. Da-da-da. Yeah. Sorry. I might sing sometime, but not right now. So, I understand that one of the things to do is to mention something you're in the build up to Thanksgiving or in general. Try to think of something you're thankful for every day. I'm thankful for my family and all the support they've given me over my life, financially, emotionally, psychologically, all that stuff. And what the hell is that? Okay. And family and friends I count as family. Among them are, you can see it there, the Four Horsemen. No, not Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and Barry Windham, or whatever lineup you might remember from good old NWA wrestling days. But my brothers by choice, Al Jimenez, Christian Derleth, and Mark Darst. We were, for the first time, I don't know how damn long, at Brother Christian's wedding this past August, we all got together. My brother snapped a good picture of us. Al's nephew Ryan was in there too. So I'll post one with just the Four Horsemen and one of all five of us in that one too. Check my Instagram, check Facebook, check my Twitter. It'll be in all three of those. Both of them will. And I like to believe we all have that group that, or hopefully if you're lucky, you have a few groups of friends that, you can, like this expression goes, you can call them the dead of night to have your back in case of a worst case scenario. Excuse me, if I sit up again, I'm sliding on my chair. Oh. And it doesn't matter how long you haven't been around each other, when you pick up right where you left off. Whether it be friends from high school, Daryl, since you're watching this, your brothers from the Army, or whatever branch of the service you may have served in, college friends, people you grew up with and literally went kindergarten through high school graduation with. It's always good to see those people and reconnect. Or just, like I said, feels like you picked up where you left off X amount of years ago, months ago, days ago, whatever. Yes, I get sentimental from time to time. Give you a couple safety tips here. Fun safety tips. One, and a friend of mine, Zach Johnson, has found this out. Do not use the expression, victory shots for all, against me. I will have my revenge in a way that embarrasses you. Number two, solid piece of advice here. Never fry bacon naked. I don't care how freaky you are, don't do it. Not a good idea. No, I don't speak from personal experience. I didn't need to have that life lesson taught to me the hard way. Third little tip, or I don't know, a cue quote, whatever you want to call this shit. I don't care. And I think I said this on Facebook in a post. If you're lucky, guys and gals, if you're lucky enough to find someone that wants to spend their life with you and you want to spend your life with them, for God's sakes, don't abuse them, don't beat them, I don't care what kind of freaky stuff you're into. Love them. I mean, we got enough hate and stupidity in the world. We need to start trying to bring the scales back into balance here. I think it's a Bob Dylan expression. He always says we just need a little more peace, love, and understanding. Even if there are people that deserve to have two put in the back of their head and buried in a field somewhere. Breathe in that cloud again. Even if it's through my eyeballs. So I don't even do this. Yep. Don't know if it showed up there, but that was a little blowout. Blowing smoke out of my nose. Okay, I guess I will tag somebody. Okay. There, Pete Elliott, you're tagged. You're it, I guess. Once again, thank you guys all for tuning in. I hope you all are enjoying whatever I'm talking about. I need to get a case for that flag on my shoulder. That's the trifold flag from Uncle Rob's funeral service. I've got the one from my Grandpa Coates, Robert Pinky Coates, died in 1986. I've got his flag on a shelf in a case. Need to get Uncle Rob's taken care of. I think we also got my Grandpa Harlan's. My dad's got that somewhere. And eventually, because it is the natural order of things, I'll have one for my dad. And if you're in the Anderson area, yes, my dad was featured quite prominently at the Herald Bulletin a couple days ago. He was at my niece's Veterans Day service, and she got a photo with both her grandfathers in that, so that was really cool. I don't think I've ever been against soldiers. I mean, wars or whatever. I'm usually against the politicians that send, the kids, the soldiers off to do this, because I was like, if you want to have a war, can we get the world leaders in a ring first? Have them duke it out? Save a lot of lives, hopefully. Maybe that's too simplistic of a view, but you never know. I don't know. Cage fight between Trump and Putin. Nah. But for all of those of you that are veterans, this is your weekend, your day, and it should be every day. Salute. Thank you for your service. Got a Pat Tillman jersey in my collection that I'll be wearing tomorrow. Hey, wherever I find it to watch the Bears and Lions game. Excuse me again. Tap that. Yeah, I know it's no shave November or no trim November, whatever the hell they're calling it, but I shave maybe once a quarter nowadays. And the way my forehead is winning the battle here, I might as well go just shave everything off and embrace it. Preemptive strike, you know what I mean? But I do love this time of year, folks. Holiday season, whatever you want to call it. Not just for, I know there's going to be a great spread at Thanksgiving. I know there's going to spending time with family, friends, a friendsgiving, I think, all that good stuff. I wouldn't mind doing that one day. Of course, I also wish I had saved my Uncle Rob's setup so I could deep fry a turkey or launch one door, but I don't care. Be cool either way, I think. Oh, we don't have anything guaranteed as far as tomorrows go, so enjoy your todays, make the most of them. I know that's not original thinking, but it's sound logic in my opinion. If you remember the old TV show Doogie Howser, I think this is the point where I look up reflectively while the cursor on the screen is blinking. If you can hear them, those are my neighbor's pit bulls. They're They may look like pit bulls, but they bark like little chihuahuas. They just yap, 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 all damn day long. I try to mellow out by realizing they're dogs, they bark. But these animals bark at a good breeze. It's kind of annoying, but no, they're on my side of the yard now. Okay, thanks, dogs. Must be somebody out front walking on the sidewalk in this godforsaken weather. Back, 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 back. Fuck. Yeah, I need to do something about them. I don't know what. About, I think it's 17 years ago, 18 years ago, 17. Yeah, 17. My dog Brownie died. She was a German Shepherd collie mix that adopted us, just wandering in the alley one day and just came up to us, and we all thought she was cute. And the next thing you know, I had a dog for 13 years. And I remember the Sunday after she died, we had a family dinner over at Grandma Annie's house, Uncle Rob and Uncle Jim. And Jim said he knew somebody that could get us another dog if we wanted. And my dad and I both, yes, this is an intentional pun, barked out a rather loud no. It's been 17 years and I still don't want to get another dog because I'm not ready to, as I think I said one time when I had a picture of her in my memories on my Facebook timeline. I'm not ready to have another dog that, sleeps at the end of my bed and is basically either a speed bump or a road hazard for me to trip over. I love that pooch. She's a good dog. Wuss and thunder and lightning storms. But it's like the saying goes, she's a good pup. And all dogs do go to heaven as far as I'm concerned. And yes, I do adhere to dogs or family, although I draw the line and call them fur babies. That's just not me. Sorry. So, my fellow Anderson High class of 95 people see this, my 95ers, knuckle up. Thinking I may need to try a way to track down old class president Ty Bibbs and say, we need a cigar smoking room at the next reunion. Got a couple years to play at that. While I'm on the subject of that, this is something that annoys me. The current state of the wigwam, not the whether it's going to be reopened again, the actual physical state of the building. If you drive down the street in front of it by the old student parking lots, look at the entrances under Gate 2 by, rest in peace, Mr. Macy's old office, and count all the plywood that's replaced with windows that have been broken out. The portions of the school that are still standing have been converted to a Jane Pauley Medical Center. I'm glad that it's serving some purpose. But when I think of all the good times and good friends in that building, the wigwam itself, the gym, never mind the games. I'm just talking about all the good memories. If the games are the great memories you have, that's great. But that building's where the Q-Dog nickname was born, Benny Patterson and John Hester, rest in peace, gave me that nickname. It was simple, me introducing myself to Benny Patterson. Hi, I'm Benny. Hi, I'm Quinn, but call me Q. He goes, what's up, dog? John Hester walks out of Coach Eklinski's office. Q-Dog, that's it. And that nickname has stuck with me for, 25 years now. And it's on my skin, too, on my lower leg. I won't show you that one because I'm not a contortionist. But there's a bulldog on my leg with a red and green collar and a Old English Q tag on it. And those are the memories I cherish. Road trips, whether it was a good road trip and we had to watch Hoosiers again on the old charter bus, or if it was a bad road trip after a loss and we all had to basically just go to sleep because I'll let you guys use your imaginations. And Coach Heck, if you watch this, my plans are to try to get up to one of your games up at the Bend sometime this winter. And be prepared because I plan to sit behind you and chuck popcorn at you for every dumb play your kids make. Because they're kids. Eventually there's going to be a dumb play. I'm going to play the odds on that one. Or just chuck popcorn in the back of your head just because. Since I haven't been sports running and count on my fingers the number of high school sporting events I've actually attended, I want to say it's 9 in the last 6 years. And not all of them were at Anderson High School. Most of them were at schools where I felt like I cut my teeth, like Shenandoah, LaPel, Pendleton Heights, mostly because that's where the wrestling events seem to be, and I really like covering wrestling. I haven't really been too PO'd or mad or angry about anything lately, so I'm sorry if this isn't as exciting as what you were hoping for. Like I said, the Braun and Donnelly commercials are done, so I can mellow out again on that. We'll see how things go over the next 2 years. Real quick, whether you voted for Donald Trump, and I thought he was unqualified for the job, that's why I didn't vote for him, but I also didn't vote for Hillary because I didn't trust her as far as I could throw her. I did vote. And I voted for a third-party candidate because I firmly believe the two-party system is a dinosaur and dinosaurs are extinct. And if change is truly needed, I think it needs to start with having more options, I guess. Whether or not that happens in my lifetime, we shall see. We ain't done yet. Like the shot of my nose? No, the plan for the holidays is usually the same. I'm working this Thanksgiving, so I'll be getting, I'll be getting an extra payday for working all that week. So can't complain about that, especially with Christmas coming up. And I buy the tree for Mom and Dad in our house for Christmas. Because, yes, I have a little LED tree that I put the Chicago Bears ornaments on that Uncle Jim always put on the little Bears Christmas tree in the old school Bears basement. But when it comes to the main Christmas tree, I will be damned before I ever have an artificial tree. There are some traditions I do not screw around with, and that's one of them. The other one is picking up a tradition from Mom's side of the family of biscuits and gravy for Christmas breakfast. Which nobody's complained about, really. So I must be doing something right. I may smoke another one of these off the air after I get done here, but not the healthiest of habits and hobbies, but it's mine. And God forbid if it ends up giving me cancer, I'm not going to bitch and moan about it because I know how it happened. I'll know how it happened. And on a side note, somebody compile me a list of the things that don't give us cancer these days. I'm just curious. I do it, but I'm not sure I care that much. Anyway. So last week I was coming home from my pal Robbie Witham's house after the Bears victory. And somebody had managed to not only hit a parked car, or truck, excuse me, on 8th Street here. They blasted the driver's side and pushed it up onto the curb. And then somehow managed to flip their car. So it was quite a sight here for about a couple hours. I have a rule. I try not to take pictures of anything too stupid. That's not funny. Car accidents like that are just stupid and not funny at all. My friends having a few too many, or me having a few too many, and then singing in public, that's funny. And if I do that again on my birthday or whenever, feel free to post a video wherever. I don't care. I've done it to you. You should do it to me. Fair's fair. There's a haze for you. Shorter the stick gets, the stronger the flavor. I forgot how much fun I have doing these things personally because, yeah, I'm rambling sometimes here or getting too philosophical, but like I said, it's cheaper than being on a shrink's couch. I think the last box of cigars I bought is about the same as some cheap, it's about 1 hour session. I get more enjoyment out of it. So, the projected forecast is we're going to be cold for a minute here, but by Thanksgiving week, we're going to be back up around the 50s. Who knows? Maybe we'll do one of these outdoors. Again, whether that's on my front porch, my back porch, or at some random location, we shall see. Excuse me. Gotta have something tangled around my foot. I attended a blending seminar at CarMax a few months ago. It was run by a man named Jose Blanco, EP Carrillo Cigars. I hope I said that right. And talking about what makes a good cigar, the wrapper, the binder, the filler, the tobacco, where it's grown and whatnot. Kind of like you see those wine connoisseurs who can tell you what vineyard the grapes were grown in and wherever in the world, and who picked it, what day. A 5'7" guy with a backward Yankees cap on, or whatever, that type of thing. But what I took away from that, more so than anything else, the number one rule for enjoying a good cigar isn't smoking it by yourself. It's smoking with good people, or as they said, and I want a T-shirt. I'm thinking about getting a shirt made with this expression on it. Don't smoke cigars with assholes. My general rule is I'm not racist. Considering where I grew up and who I grew up with, there's no way in hell I should be racist, even though I've been accused of it. But my golden rule is if you're a bigger asshole than I am, I don't want to be around you. Metaphorically speaking, if there's somebody that's 6'8" and they're an asshole, then that's just the breaks. Oh well. But I don't think any of you people are assholes, so I enjoy smoking a good cigar here. We're about done with that one, which means this thing's about done too. Tap that off. And a little thing here for those of you that a little side tidbit. When I get down to the nub here, which is basically what I can hold between my thumb and forefinger here, I call that the angel share, and I'll let it just burn itself out. And that's basically me dedicating a smoke to those that aren't here anymore to enjoy cigar with me. My uncles, my grandparents, a couple of classmates, unfortunately. And also guys like Mr. Jack Macy and Johnny Hester. And it's important to remember those people and the effect they had on your life. So hopefully you can pass along some of the lessons you learned while you were around them. And it might be corny and hokey in 2018, but I was taught that golden rule: treat others the way you want to be treated. Hopefully I've adhered to that in my entire life. And if anybody thinks I did them wrong, I'm sure you deserved it. No, I'm kidding. I'm not wired to be a, what's the word? I'm not wired to be a badass because I think it's cool. If anyone ever thinks that, it's because it's a situation where there's no other alternative. I remember telling kids when I was announcing sporting events at Henderson High School, it's like, the difference between you guys and the guys I grew up with, my guys were badasses because they had to be, and some of you guys are badasses because you want to be, and there's a major difference. Not saying you ain't tough, just saying there's a difference. Well, like I said, my plans for the rest of the day, since I got weekends off now, one good thing about not sports writing, is I can try to catch up on the sleep I missed for working nights and insomnia and all that good stuff. Like my Uncle Mike said, rest in peace, Mike. What's going on, guys? Good to see you. My Uncle Mike, when I was looking for, right out of high school, looking for a job, told me, take whatever job you can get, but I'm speaking from experience. If you work a third shift, overnight shift, and I call what I do tweener shift because I go in like at the middle of a second shift and get out at like, some nights not until after 1 a.m. He said, you will never sleep right again. And my God, that man was a prophet. Like I said, this is the tail end of the Alec Bradley Max Cigar, the Freak series, which just means it's the biggest one. So, hey, big things for freaks. And yes, I am aware of the George Carlin quote. He is probably my all-time favorite comedian, where he talked about cigars and white guys smoking cigars. Looks like we're, and I quote, sucking on a big brown dick. That's the only time I've ever disagreed with him. But his raison d'etre, his shtick, was finding something to yell and complain about. So, hey, white guys smoking cigars eventually had to come into his crosshairs. Yeah. I think that's enough on this one. Thanks, you guys, for tuning in. Hopefully, this will be a fun thing for everybody. Big Hef, how you doing, brother? Casey Milady, ain't heard from you in a minute, my man. Yes, the Cubs season was disappointing. Hopefully they'll get their stuff together. Thank you, my friends, for tuning in. This has been Q Cigar Session. And with all the cigar fans on Instagram I've gathered from around the world, and I'm not making that up, I'm being followed by cigar aficionados from Germany, South America, Canada, Japan, and a few cigar shops in Italy, England, New York, California, Texas. Believe me, I know I got to expand my horizons as far as broadcasting this stuff, and keep your fingers crossed, maybe someday this will pay for me, or be a paycheck for me, I should say. Until that time, bear down, my friends. Victory shots for all if you got a reason for them. And we'll see you next time on Q Cigar Session.